There had been a blizzard on Sodor. Snow had been on the ground, and some of the tracks were blocked. The engines had to take great care on the rails, especially when most of the trains were delayed because of the blizzard. Sir Topham had called many workmen in order to help clear the tracks with the engines. Workmen had hacked away at the frozen banks of ice while the engines were stuck on the track, while Thomas and the Scottish twins helped out the engines when they were stuck. The shipment of supplies were really delayed at the docks at this time of day. It was early in the morning and Rosie went to help the other engines at the harbor. Percy arrived in the docks.
Did Sir Topham leave a train for me today? Asked Percy.
I'm glad you asked, said Rosie.
Where is getting a train right now?
Percy's job was to take some dairy products to market.
Careful now, Percy, said Salty. The snowdrifts up ahead are very high, me hearty, and the icy rails are very, very slippery. Take my word for you, mate. You might as well be careful and take all of the short tracks. Long. Sorry, I'm a little tired. The market closes in 30 minutes. You must get it there as soon as possible before those 30 minutes are up, me hearty.
All right, Salty, said Percy.
The fireman went to couple up the train behind Percy, and when the fireman got back in the cab, Percy soon set off. Percy puffed through the snowy tracks. His fire was boiling nicely and he had plenty of steam to keep him shaped up. Just then, Percy stopped. The track he was supposed to take was blocked by a snowdrift. I'm sorry, Percy, but there's nothing we can do here. You'll have no choice but to take the long track, said Clarence. Percy was worried. He knew Salty's advice was helpful for him, but he had no choice. He took the long track. The long track was icy and slippery.
I mustn't be late for market, said Percy. The farmers need their milk and yogurt.
Percy then came up to the hill nearby Thomas's branch. Percy knew that the hill was the only way to get food to the market.
Cheerio, old slowpoke!
This didn't make Percy happy. He knew how prejudiced Spencer was against the other engines on the Sodor Railway, so he knew it was on.
I'll show Spencer who's speedy and fast, he said,
and he went up the hill. Spencer was patiently waiting at a signal. He was quietly dozing in the afternoon sun when all of a sudden,
"Look who's slow now! Wait, Percy!"
said Spencer.
"That track up ahead is very, very slippery. Take care!"
Percy didn't understand what Spencer meant until it was too late. Percy was going very, very fast. Then there was trouble. Up ahead, James's train was stuck on the crossing. Then James heard a whistle he knew well.
"Oh no! Stop, Percy!"
Then it happened. The driver and fireman had jumped clear before the crash. Percy was covered in special supplies needed for stone at the new cottage. All over his face it went. Gradually, none of the milk was lost inside the dairy product tankers, so James took them away to the dairy as soon as he could at market. Thomas and Terence came with a workman to get a flatbed car to take Percy to the works. Sir Topham was with them too.
"You have caused confusion and delay," he said. "You must now go to the works to have your cylinders and tubes mended after that stony accident you had with those supplies,"
he said sternly. "Maybe I shouldn't have told you to go ahead," said Terence. "You should have waited." Percy could hear Terence, but he couldn't speak because the stone supplies were still all over his face. "Don't worry, Percy," said Thomas. "You'll be mended soon." and soon the truck drove away with Percy on board. After being mended, Percy had to help clean away the trucks after the accident to make up for lost time. After it was done, Percy went to the sheds to have a good night's rest. At the sheds, James, Thomas, and Edward made fun of Percy. They called him Stony Milk Face and Dairy Yogurt Face and all other facey names. They laughed a lot, but Percy thought they were being very silly indeed.